Hey, what's up Halo fans? Dan here. We're doing another Halo MCC achievement guide, and this time we are tackling the Halo 3 No Stone Unturned achievement, and that is pretty much get all 8 of the terminals in the Halo 3 game. These achievements are pretty easy to get. You can do it on any difficulty, but we found that normal is the best difficulty because it's not too easy, not too hard. So on the first one's going to be on the Ark, and what you're going to do is you're going to go through the first 2 areas of enemies, and then as you're going up the mountainside, you're going to see a group of brutes and grunts. Destroy them, go inside the building, and then you're going to go down this little hallway. On the left hand side will be the first terminal. Now in order to activate these terminals, you have to go through each of them like this, and in order to get the achievements, you have to go through the entire reading of the terminals. I honestly haven't read any of these yet. I don't know what they're about, but I have heard that they're about the Ark and about the Halo rings. It's very informative, and if you're a new fan to Halo, it is quite interesting to read. So the second terminal is going to be later on in the Ark mission. This one's going to be a little bit after the photo into Dawn Point, where you're driving in the Scorpion and going to a massive wall. After you get inside the wall, Guilty Spark's going to open up the gate and you're going to navigate through some hallways. Once you do that, you're going to walk into this massive room over here where you need to activate a bridge for the Scorpions and Warthogs. Activate the bridge and then turn around, and right behind you will be terminal number 2. This one is pretty well hidden, but whoa, that was a weird camera movement. That was very odd. Then the third terminal is also going to be in the Ark. This is going to be a little bit later on in the mission. After you destroy the Scarab, you're going to enter into another temple area. But once you get in, you could be navigating through many hallways, and Guilty Spark's going to lead you through these areas along with the Arbiter. After you get down to this room, you're going to make a slight detour, go down the ramp, and then you're going to go into this little hidden room down here. I actually missed it the first time through. It was a little bit tedious, but this is the third and final terminal of the Ark mission. This one's a little bit harder to find, but once you find it, you're pretty much set to go. Now for terminal number 4, this is going to be on the Covenant mission right at the beginning at the first tower. In order to get there, you have to ride on the Warthog, drive through the valleys, and then get to tower number 1. Once you're in the tower, you're going to make a slight left, jump on a bunch of boxes, and then jump up here to the second level where the terminal is hidden away next to the elevator. Now for terminal number 5, you're going to have to drive back to the beach and ride on a Hornet and then go to tower number 2. Now tower number 2 could only be reached by a Hornet, but that's okay. You're going to need one of these bad boys to get through the rest of the level. So what you're going to do is you're going to fly over to tower number 2, you're going to land, and then you're going to find the terminal inside this little hallway straight ahead. Now this is also where you can find one of the skulls for this mission, but don't worry, we'll explain that in another achievement guide video coming out soon. So what you're going to do is you're going to go over here where all these dead bodies are, but instead of going through the doorway, the terminal is actually going to be here against the wall. It is very hard to miss it. So for terminal number 6 is actually in the last tower of the Covenant mission. It is the third and final tower, and if you've gotten this far and haven't gone to any of them yet, I would highly recommend, well, I don't know how you would have gotten this far then, but I would highly recommend either backtracking or restarting the mission or just going to the previous checkpoints, because at this point you really need to go back and figure out where the other terminals are. So just like terminal 4, this one's going to be right next to the elevator, but instead of jumping on a bunch of crates, you're going to navigate through the level, fight off with a bunch of brutes, jump across the elevator, and then get to this terminal. It's really not that hard, it's just a little bit different than it was terminal 4. Now for this terminal, it is a little bit different than what the other ones were. This is actually going to be Cortana's terminal, hidden away in the Cortana mission. Now you're going to get to this big room where all the flood is, and instead of fighting them off, or if you do fight them off, you're going to go downstairs to this little room, and as you can see, the terminal is a little bit different looking, but this is actually Cortana's unique terminal. It actually explains, well, not much, but it does give you an achievement in its own right. So for terminal number 8, and this is going to be in the last mission of Halo 3, this is going to be at the mission Halo, where you're going to be finding a lot of flood and driving to pretty much save your life. But at the very beginning, past the crashed Pelican, you're going to go through these caves and tunnels, and then instead of heading towards the temple, you're going to make a slight right before it, and that's where the last terminal is going to be hidden. Like I said, I honestly have not read any of these terminal messages, but I feel they're very informative, and I've been hearing that they're very good to read. They're a very good read if you have a lot of time. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, show your support in any way, and if there are any other achievements you'd like us to tackle, let us know in the comments below and we'll get to them as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, everyone.